Benvenuto, welcome to Cherry Hill Home Cooking. My name is Mark. Easter is right around the corner, of course, depending upon when you're watching this video. But this is a recipe that was always around my house at Easter time. My grandmother used to make pineapple upside down cake. I'm almost certain this is probably really close to the original Betty Crocker recipe from the early 50s. My father would have been, young, and my grandmother probably would have made this, and then of course she continued to make it for many years. And why do I think it's close to the original recipe? Because it uses Softassilk. This happens to be Pillsbury. It's now called Pillsbury Softassilk flour. Then I think it was a different company. But anyway, so for our pineapple upside down cake, we're going to need some Softassilk cake flour. It doesn't have to be soft as silk. It just has to be cake flour. Now, you can use all-purpose flour, but you're not going to get that really soft, almost melty texture in your mouth when you eat it. So I hate to kind of use brand specific. Well, it's not brand specific, but it's product specific sometimes when I do videos, because I don't know how easily it's going to be for you guys be able to get them. But now, with online ordering, you can get anything almost anywhere. And you only use a cup of this, but if you get this, you buy a box, you're going to make this cake several times. All right, the other kind of specific thing, what I wanted to go over in our opening here was a cast iron skillet. Okay, now the original recipe called for the use of a cast iron skillet. This is a 10-inch cast iron skillet. Not everybody has a cast iron skillet. If you don't, you could certainly do this recipe in, say, an 8x8, okay? Or maybe a 9-inch round pan. And the same amounts of the ingredients should work. All right, so the other things we need some pineapples, because it's a pineapple upside down cake. All right, now, and again, I wanted to talk a little bit about this, because you might say, okay, this is so specific, you need 7 pineapple rings. Yes, because hopefully, if I remember, that's what's going to fit in this 10-ounce cast iron skillet. So this is a 14.25 fluid ounce can of pineapple rings. Now, guess what? There is 8 pineapple rings in this can, and we need 7. So we've got to eat the 8th one. All right. So in the recipe, I'm going to say a 15.25 ounce, no sugar added can. All right. So we got our 7 pineapple rings here. You're going to need 6 tablespoons of pineapple juice, which you're going to get from your can of pineapples. All right, so don't drain them before you take them out. Take out your pineapples and then measure out 6 tablespoons. All right, and then we need 7 maraschino cherries. I always forget this little thing has I must have a crack or something in it. Gonna need 2 eggs. We need a 1/3 cup of butter, 2/3 of cup of, a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. I've got light brown sugar there. Doesn't really matter. You can use dark or light. Of course, we're going to need some salt. We're going to need some vanilla, some sugar, and of course, we already talked about the cake flour. All right, so to get us started, we're going to I've had this getting a little warm. This doesn't have to be screaming hot or anything like that. One of the reasons making with the cast iron skillet is you do get a nice caramelization on your pineapples. Now we'll let that melt. There's a lot of childhood favorites I loved from Easter time. I don't know if they do that anymore. Did you get Easter baskets as a kid? Not that you remember.
No.
Yeah, you don't remember?
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If I've asked you that before, I'm sorry. Only because Wade wasn't raised. He was Christian, but not Catholic, and I think it's very popular in a Catholic household to have Easter baskets. But I used to love Easter morning, and you get your Easter basket, and the Easter bunny came. And then you went to church and realized, really, you got taught what Easter was all about, not about getting an Easter basket, right? Another strange thing, guys, this has nothing to do with Easter, but while I get a second here to entertain you. When you were growing up as a kid and you lost a tooth, what did you do with your tooth? I mean, what did you do with yours?
Put it under the pillow.
You put it under the pillow, right? And you don't ever remember getting woken up and, finding your quarter under your pillow or whatever it was?
Well,
Did you get woken up? Well, you woke up and you found it under there,
yeah.
but but your parents didn't wake you up putting it under there.
No.
So how did they, anyway, that's not how we did it as a kid. When I was growing up, so we took our tooth that we lost and we put it on in a small jar of water and we put it on our dresser. And then when we got up in the morning, whatever we were going to get was in there. I don't know why my mother did it that way. Did she not want to risk waking us up? All right, our butter's all nice and melted, guys. So we're going to take our brown sugar and just evenly distribute it in the butter. Now this is of course going to go in the oven. And that's going to preheat at 350. Sorry guys, I just wanted to get this in there before we cut so you get the premise. And of course, because mine's been sitting out as I got everything else ready, it's a little hard, but that'll be okay. All right, so we just want to evenly distribute it around our pan in the butter. Then you can, once that's not hot, take that off the heat and put it over there, and we no longer need the heat source. All right, I'm going to clean the rest of this up. We'll come back, throw our batter together, get it in the pan, and we'll make our pineapple upside down cake. All right, so we got our cast iron pan. We've melted our butter. We added our brown sugar. We set it aside while we did everything else. And like I said, so we got 7 pineapple rings here. So you want to arrange them like that. There's the last one. I think it's probably the reason I like it at Easter and why my grandmother probably made it, because it looks like it ends up looking like a flower if it turns out all right. I don't know if I mentioned the pecans, guys, but we need some. Oh, finally, there's my oven. We were waiting for that. We need some pecan halves. Really, it's going to depend upon how much you want on there and what you use for decoration. All right. We got our 6 cherries, and we can put them in the middle of each pineapple.
7 cherries.
7 cherries. Did I say 6? No, well, there's 7 cherries. We want 7 cherries. 7 cherries and 7 pineapples. Then you can just kind of fill in the blanks on the sides or so with your pecans. If you got a prettier side, remember it's going to turn upside down. So put it upside down in the pan. And really, these are just kind of for decoration. So you put as much or as little as you want in there. All right, easy as that. Okay, so again, we're going to put that aside. We don't need that yet. Now, in my mixer, or in the bowl, I've got the 2 eggs, and I've got 1 teaspoon of vanilla. All right, so you want to start that out slow. Let it get mixed up, or so it doesn't go all over the place. And we want to beat those until they're light and fluffy yellow color, okay? Depending upon how, now if you got eggs that you went out and got the chicken, you might not get a really light color. But anyway, so we're gonna, I've just got that on low, got it started. I'm gonna go up to medium, and we're gonna let that go for, it's gonna take at least 5 minutes. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, stop. All right, guys. Our eggs are fluffy and light yellow. They look perfect. All right. Put our meat back in, lower that down a bit, and add our sugar. Let that kind of incorporate in there nicely. Alright, we can add our pineapple. I'm done. Turn that down a little just so it doesn't go all over. We'll start to add our cake flour. About a couple, big tablespoon every 30 seconds or so maybe. Let that absorb in, or let the flour absorb our liquid, our eggs. So in here, I've got the baking powder, the flour, and salt. And maybe we'll go, ooh, it smells like pineapple. That's good because there's pineapple juice in it. It doesn't, when you make it and you think, oh, it just calls for a cup of flour, it doesn't seem like there's going to be enough flour, but there always is. Let go another 30 seconds and I think we can get the rest of them in there. The oven is set to 350, middle rack. Our cast iron pan. It's going to get nice and hot and hopefully give us a nice caramelized bottom. Put the remainder of that in there. Ugh, Wade is sleeping on the couch tonight. Just want to, I want to make sure I get all the baking powder in there. And give that a nice minute or two on, say, medium. Get rid of that offending flour. We'll give our bowl a little scrape down. Just kind of go down and make sure you got nothing on the bottom too. And I'll give that a couple minute or so more to mix. Ooh, it smells delicious. I don't know why I did that, just have fun. Let's unplug this so we don't chop our fingers off in the batter or the beater. So in this case, guys, I was continuing. This is the, the whipper on an attachment like this, or the beater is the, but we use this to whip the eggs, so it's good. All right, so now I'm going to kind of dollop slowly on our fruit pieces. And they'll start to spread over so they don't all float away if we put it in one spot. Now that they're all nicely covered, so there's a lot more batter in here than you think with just 1 cup of flour. All right, so like I said, our oven is set at or preheated to 350. And this is going to take probably about 30 minutes to bake. It is a thin cake, depending, like I said many times, depending on how accurate your oven is, or how well it keeps temperature, I should say. It should take about 30-35 minutes. Just give that a little, get some of those bubbles up. All right, guys, so in we go to the oven. Let's set a timer for 30 minutes. Okay, set a timer for 30 minutes.
All right, 30 minutes. Starting now.
I'll probably give it a quick check about 25 minutes. Then we'll check it again. If it's done, we'll take it out. If not, we'll leave it in for another 5-10 minutes. So see you then. All right, guys, it's been, 30 minutes, right? I think I set it for 30 minutes. Let's take it out. Give it a look. Oh, it looks nice and golden brown. This is one of those cakes that is a little hard to tell if it's done, but look at that. That's nice and firm all over. So that is done. We got a little bubbling around the edges, and it looks like it's going to release for me. All right, so we're going to put this on a wire rack for a good 10 minutes, and then we're going to try to turn it out. See you then. All right, I'm nervous. It's time to flip it upside down. Why don't we just have it like that? It'll be just a pineapple regular side up cake. No, but anyway, I was going to put it out on this platter because it's pretty, but it's got that slight, incline in it. So I don't want it to kind of go like that. So I'm going to try doing it out on this. Oop, let's take, unless my pan is, I can already see it's separated, but let's just slide around the sides. The sides are good, I have no doubt. But we'll cut across them just to make sure. Hopefully the top is gonna, or the bottom's gonna release and it won't be too sloppy and go all over the place. But all right, one. It's not gonna flip, guys, so don't even. Oh, I'm too nervous. You want to do it? I'll record you doing it.
I have all the confidence.
Yes, thank you. Sometimes it comes out beautiful, sometimes it doesn't. Ooh, we got some juices coming out, so that's a good sign. Maybe I shouldn't have moved it. Ooh.
Happy now?
No, I don't know. Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Oh, I can't believe how nice that came out. Alrighty. Breathe a sigh of relief. Now, this is one of those cakes you could certainly eat hot and serve it with ice cream. It's a little too hot, I think, still right to eat right now, but we're going to have this for our dessert later tonight, so we'll have dessert with you guys again. But look at that. I'll have to say that I'm glad I put it on here just because it'll be easy to store. All right, what do you think?
It's perfect.
It does look pretty good, doesn't it? All right. All right, well, we'll see you guys in a couple hours and we'll have dessert with you. Hey, and we're back. Hi. All right, let's dig into our pineapple upside down cake.
This looks amazing.
It smells so good too. Got a little bit of vanilla ice cream. Yummy.
That is delicious.
Tastes just like a pineapple. Very good. Yep. Tastes every time I have this. Tastes like cook with my grandmother. That is yummy. I did heat it up a little bit.
Excellent.
Delicious. All right, I'm going to continue to eat.
Well, I ask you guys to please like and subscribe and check out cherryhillhomecooking.com. See you in the next video.
Ciao.
Bye.